Hi friends, welcome to December Weekly. Well, there's a few things I focused on this week in my house, and one of them was trying to get it spruced up and organized. So I went ahead and ordered some curtains for my bedroom and for my dining room. I'm standing back now just to sort of give you guys a little look-see at how I've changed this room. These curtains on the wall, there's no window back there. I have those curtains up because there's actually a green screen back there, because Carl and I record on this sofa right here. Right now I am using that table and the sofa as a space to wrap gifts. So you can see that my house is a hot mess right now. I ended up purchasing 6 panels of this curtain. Well, I thought 2 were going to come in a pack, but they didn't. They were single panels. So I ended up getting 6 of them. 4 of them cover the back wall that you just saw that covers my green screen. And then I have 2 over my actual dining room window. When I first got them, I thought that the buttons were really kind of big. They were bigger than I expected. But then every time I was like walking through the room, I loved them more and more because they're very whimsical. And they work for me. I love them. I grabbed the packaging that the curtains came in, you know, that little advertising part, and I'm adding that to my December Weekly so that when I look back, I can always remember when I got those curtains. Now you guys can see there's some light streaming in my window. It's the morning time. You can see that I have these pink fluffy sleeves on. Well, that is my pink plush bathrobe. I don't normally record without getting just completely dressed and ready for the day. But you know, I just wanted to get up early and get started, and so I did. So as I mentioned in the beginning, I'm getting my house freshened up. It's just been a little while since I've done that. So I'm getting it freshened up. So I also bought some curtains for my bedroom. Definitely leaning into a coastal vibe in the bedroom. This packaging didn't come with a picture on it, which is too bad, but it didn't. So they are sort of a cream colored, a sand color, if you will, and then they have some sort of beachy blue pinstripes on them, but it's a darker blue, but they're very fine, and they don't go all the way across. They're just on each end, so kind of like a cabana style, but more fine, and then only on the end. So I like those, but I'm gonna also put that in my December Weekly so that I can remember when I had purchased them. This week I also worked on finishing up decorating my trees, and I'm adding this piece of packaging because this is for candy canes, and my husband loves candy canes. Also, I ordered some new stockings because the ones that I had over here I had for, I don't know, probably 28 years. And so I just wanted to update them. You can see that I was able to cover my other picture. So I'm going to stand back so you can see more. Here's the stockings on the other side of the room, and I showed you those last week. And then there's the other picture. So now they're both covered. And this is one of my trees. I have the 2. The room's looking a bit better now. Oh yeah, and I got some new tree skirts. I ordered 2 of them. Here's the other side. I didn't have time to cover the other 2 pictures that are there, but here's the other tree. I'll do a close-up of some of the ornaments. That's my stereo right there. You can see Brandon's head on top of that. Well, a picture of his face. So this is a vintage cabinetry that I got. Not cabinetry, it's a table, but it's an old stereo table. So you can see this week I started wrapping presents. I got this new last year. It's from World Market, and I think it's so cute. I think it actually lights up. Okay, my friends, it's lit up. Look how cute it is. I absolutely love it. It's got a vintage car, and you know, the Christmas trees, and I love this piece. And then these 2 pieces behind it, my sister gave me those a few years ago. So let's give you some close-ups of the tree. Here's some new macarons that I got last year. I knew I was gonna do a candy theme, so I did pick up some candy stuff on clearance last year. Here's another pink macaron. I picked up like a 24 pack of these little pink things here. Right here, this is a very large macaron, and I love it. That was a Hobby Lobby find, as well as the cupcakes. I also found some donuts. and some candy canes. This I've had for a few years. It's a little gingerbread house. I've had these macarons for a couple of years as well. You guys may or may not remember, but last year my sister got me this car. I bought the Snoop on the Stoop last year instead of the Elf on the Shelf because, you know, we're all adults here. And so Snoop likes to sit in the car. We think this is perfect for him. And he's got some gifts in there. Over here on the other tray I have this adorable ornament. I just love it. I think I just picked up that last year on clearance as well. And I think I found this on clearance also. Now I know that little deer is not candy, but it's just too cute. There's another macaron and another piece of candy and an actual candy cane. Here's a larger macaron. Another one of the cupcakes, just a little bit of a different color. This isn't candy either, but it's a cute flamingo in a donut. So we're gonna count it as sweets. I should say sweets. It's my sweets tree. There's a nice piece of cake. That's actually a glass ornament. Nice peppermint over here. And here we have, obviously it's pretend, but do they call that like glass candy or something like that? And then we have a cookie down here. I know I had shown you some of my trees last week, but they weren't done. And my friend Annie of Annie Creates said she wanted to see some close-ups of some of the ornaments. So I made sure to add that to the video this week. So I have some packaging from those candy canes. So I thought I would go ahead and use that behind the part that says peppermint on it. And so that's what I'm doing here. And I'm going to go ahead and glue that onto the page. The dining room curtains were manufactured by a company called Lush Decor. So I'm going to go ahead and just snip that right out of that thank you note and glue that on to the curtains that were on the dining room side. Before I pop them on there, I am adding just a little bit of purple ink to make them pop a little bit. I did find them on Amazon, and I have this piece that was given to me in a swap that I did, and it says special delivery, and I think that's absolutely perfect to put on top of the picture of the curtains that are in the dining room. Now I'm just adding my journal entries before I move on to the next page. And I'm just mentioning that I ordered the curtains, which rooms they were for, and then I'm also going to add just a little note that Carl loves candy canes, and I think when my kids look back at this journal, I think that will make them laugh. I added some striped washi tape because it looks like candy cane. I worked on sending out some Christmas cards, and the Christmas cards that I sent out are vintage, and this is a Christmas card list that I found in the vintage Christmas cards. So this is not my list, but that goes back probably to the 1980s or 1990s. So if you receive a Christmas card from me this year, it's definitely going to be vintage. All right, friends, I'm going to go ahead and assemble my second spread for this week. I worked on getting Christmas cards out. As I mentioned, all the Christmas cards I got out this year are vintage. I did not have time to make cards, so I went through my vintage stash and that's what I decided to send out. I also received my first 2 cards this year. This beautiful card, oh, it's a birthday card. That's so nice. And it is from Rosemary of Rosemary You Rock Art. This is some gorgeous embossed vellum, and that's just stunning. There's a poinsettia here. It says happy birthday. Oh my goodness. Sending birthday wishes on your special day and always. Love and hugs, Rosemary. Thank you so much, Rosemary. This is a beautiful card, and it's my first birthday card, so thank you so much. And I have another card from Rosie's Creative Wings. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. I always love these scenes. They're just gorgeous. Oh, holy night. Dear Jovi, Merry Christmas to you and yours. May the new year be filled with health, prosperity, and joy. And most importantly, God's blessings over you and yours. Love, Rosie. Thank you so much, Rosie. And I can use this card in a journal or to send because she put her greetings to me on like a post-it note. That's so sweet. I love it. It's beautiful. Thank you, Rosie. I think what I'd like to do, since we have a list here, and remember I created this journal last year, but what I'd like to do is go ahead and write on here the date. And today is, what is today? I think today's the 10th when I'm recording this video. So 12/10/23. And I received a birthday card from Rosemary. That's so sweet. And then also today, I received this beautiful card, or note and card, from my friend, Rosie. So I think I'm gonna tuck this here, and I think I will adhere it right up here. I put some glue on the back of that, and now, just at the top part, now we're gonna go ahead and adhere that right there, and then I can still use the pocket for perhaps more cards or whatever. On Rosie's envelope, there's this pretty star, and I'm gonna see if I can peel it up. No, only the top is coming up. You know what I could do? Let's cut it out, actually. We'll cut it out, and then I will put that in my journal as well. And if we use these scissors, it'll have a little, have a little shape to it. There we go. I like that. And I'm gonna move this up, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it right here on the corner. I received another Christmas card, and this is from my sweet friend Annie of Annie Creates and her hubby Russ. Have a holly jolly Christmas. She made this card. It's beautiful. May your celebrations be merry, your heart be light, your Christmas happy, your season bright. Hope you have a Christmas filled with lots of love and laughter. Love you, Annie. Thank you so much, Annie. And I always hang my Christmas cards in my foyer, so that's what I'm gonna go do with that. And then we've got this piece that was from Rosie. I added the stamp that was from Annie's envelope, and then I added, this was actually, I had used up a book of stamps to send out my Christmas cards, so I added that there. This was from Rosie's Creative Wings envelope. Oh yeah, and before we move on, because I had this in the pocket, so this is a Christmas card, and so this symbolizes the fact that I sent Christmas cards out. And also, so I have the dates, and then I included on here that I worked on wrapping gifts, so there's a little bit of the gift wrap. I added some gold washi tape there. I added a to and from tag here. I sent out Christmas vintage cards, and I put the date of 12/9 here. Just added this for some holiday cheer. And then I added that we watched a Christmas movie with the family. So I added this on it because it's like film strip, and this was in my stash. I had made this not too terribly long ago. So I thought that would just kind of add a nice element to the page. And then when we move over here, I haven't done anything on this page yet, but I did stuff the kids' stockings. So we have some stockings here. I added all sorts of things, but something I could get my hands on was the box of the hot chocolate. So I cut that out and added that. Then down here, I put Bath and Body Works because I'm making really nice gift baskets, and they are to include some items from Bath and Body Works. I can't say what they are on camera just in case somebody is watching that is in my family. And then I wanted to fill in the page a little bit. I sort of felt like I wanted to finish the page, so I repurposed a Christmas card. I cut out these little guys and added them to the page just for some fun and whimsy. So in my foyer, I hung my stocking pictures and my skates. I think I got those the year before last. And these I made. There's a video on how I made those back when I think when I very first started my channel. And so I had just bought these canvases and put paper on them, and then I took a stocking and I cut it in half, and I put 1/2 on each one. And I see that one of them's hanging crooked, so I need to fix that. My dining room is still a bit of a hot mess, but I'm working on it. I did get one of the tables decorated, and here's my angel that's I've had since I was 4 years old. Here's a little TV. I think I got that on clearance last year or the year before. And then we've got these little campers which light up. You can see they're lit up. I think they're so cute. And then my little nativity, and Andrew put that out here for me. And then we have our Advent boxes. And we've actually missed a few days. We need to make up for that. And then I have some old bottles that were found at a construction site underground. And I have some deer and an interesting vase of flowers with some peacock feathers popping out of them. I've moved some things around in the dining room because this is becoming a multi-purpose room. So it is not only our dining room, but it is also our podcast room. Here's one of the stockings I have hanging in here because it's a flamingo. So cute. And actually, inside my china hutch, I have a flamingo from my friend Lori Edwards at Enchanted Dream 71, and then a beautiful piece of artwork that my friend Melissa sent to me. I got one of my end tables decorated. We've got a gnome. This clock is from the 40s. I've got a camper and then a deer. And then behind the deer is a beautiful piece of art that my daughter created, this raccoon. I love it. So that is my share for this week. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you can join in if you haven't yet. And if you haven't joined in and you don't have time or you're doing a different collab, I hope that you've enjoyed seeing what I'm creating each week for my December weekly. Well, thanks for watching. See you soon.